Welcome back to Rowrah in Cumbria. It's Senior Rotax up next. They're all on slicks, but there are clouds looming. Here's the grid positions with Jake Sanson.
James Wood from pole position. Jack Hayes-Roberts next up. Then Alfie Lindsay and Sam Elliott. Andy Powell and Josh Morris. Max Martin and Scott Lowther on the fourth row. John Foster and Andy Ambrose ahead of Rob Statham. This could be fascinating. As you mentioned, slick tyres, but when the rain falls here at Rowrah, it really falls, and it could happen at any moment. They've just got to hope it stays dry through the first chicane. No problems at all for James Wood. He launches forward, has got a tidy start, and in front of Alfie Lindsay into second position. So Lindsay gets through. Already a nice little battle for third position, side by side. Jack Hayes-Roberts manages to hold on to third place.
Bit of contact, somebody on the grass, but he's got away with it.
That's Andy Powell taking a little trip onto the grass, but salvaging it as the field works its way through Ardales and along the lakefront straight. Now they come up towards the stewardesses once again. No drama at all for James Wood, who leads comfortably. In a second again, Jack Hayes-Roberts. What a recovery back into P2. Great to see him fight his way back. He was third out of the first chicane, and that's taken him half a lap. Oh, and through comes Powell. So Powell through into third place. I think it's already raining. Started. Look at it. It's started already.
It is raining. You can tell that just that one little move there. I thought, what's that all about?
Oh, my goodness.
Look at it
now. That is Noah's Ark rain. Oh, my goodness.
Pouring down, but I tell you what, this is Cumbria. This is man's country. There's no red flag nonsense when the rain comes out and you're all on slicks. They just let them get on with it, and that's how it should be.
Well, they're senior Rotax drivers, so they're just going to have to drive on a knife edge here, ride on instinct, and a big slide from Wood, who leads the race. But this is going to be very difficult to slow down, and he's not going to manage it. Oh, no.
And he's in the bark chippings as well.
Come on, James, get it going, get it going. He's not the only one. He's joined at the scene by Andy Ambrose, but he does recover it.
He just manages to get, I didn't think he was going to get it out of there. Look at it's torrential.
It is indeed. Well, this is very reminiscent of what we saw at Genk a few weeks ago. They were all on slicks in the European Championship, and 15 of them went straight into the barriers at the grandstand turn. It's gone viral, it's gone all over the internet. I'm sure you've all seen it, but this is the British equivalent. Absolutely no need for a red flag unless it gets too dangerous, but these are senior Rotax drivers. Rain isn't going to hold them down.
Absolutely amazing. Last race we did like this, slicks in the rain like this at PF International, was Little Green Manjake, 140,000 views.
Oh my goodness.
Because these are the races people want to watch. They're just fun.
Well, the thing is that you had a big run wide.
How did he hold on to that?
Yeah, big run wide from Morris. Well saved by Josh Morris. But, of course, these are the sort of conditions when a young Ayrton Senna was encouraged by his dad. You know, when it rains and it's this heavy, you go out there and you go out on slicks. You don't go out on wets.
Did it with my son at Glannygorse one day. Conditions were similar to this, if not worse. Just go out on slicks. What's the point, he said. I said, because one day it will rain when you're out on slicks and you'll win the race. And the first time it happened, he won by, well, he lapped everybody but one driver.
I've never seen drivers tippy-toe through the stewardesses so slowly before. There's no traction at all, but this is where you learn how to be a world-class racing driver. You learn on the job with nothing in terms of traction to play with. Look at how much gravel and stones and everything have been kicked up onto the main surface of the road as well. Drivers running wide, catching it back onto the circuit. Oh, there goes the 31, that's Elliott. There goes third place. So problems there for Sam Elliott. Is he going to be able to get going again properly because he was struggling? Oh, there goes Lowther. He's in third place now. Do you know what? This is so reminiscent of Nürburgring 99, one of the greatest F1 races of all time. Anybody that got into the top three, they just flew off the road because the rain, it just caught them all out.
Woods got the fastest lap. He was the pole man, Jake, but he's well down the field.
Yep.
He's there in sixth place at the moment. He's not going to recover from there after he's off.
Well recovered by Andy Ambrose to get back onto the circuit. He also went off at the same place as Wood, but has managed to recover. There's the leader. Hayes-Roberts going through, then the 19 of Powell in second place. I wouldn't have said that on lap one with him 2 wheels off on the grass. Then you've got Lowther and Lindsay very close together. Scott Lowther and Alfie Lindsay battling for third and fourth place. This is this is like throwing the deck of cards up in the air and they've come back in a completely different order.
Max Martin in sixth place, I call him M&M.
Indeed, through they come once again. This is going to be an interesting battle. Lowther still just hanging on in front of Alfie Lindsay. No traction, no grip. This is what the drivers at this level love. There is the 126 of Max Martin, working his way through the chicane. Sixth place trying to catch them is Wood. Now this is the joy of this situation for Wood. Yes, he's lost the lead. Yes, he's down the order. But someone with the caliber and the credence of Wood will relish this opportunity to try and fight his way back.
Yeah, you can see he's clearly taking the right line there down at McRae's as well. You see they'll take the outside line. That's where the rubber isn't. That is the correct line. Trying to make the place up is the 28 Lindsay.
Tank slappers and wheel spin galore. There goes Jack Hayes-Roberts, and second place man still Powell. Big run wide, and that's the place lost. On a spin! Martin's gone off there. Martin goes off in fifth position and hands the place back to Wood. Now Martin recovers. Just look at the water that's collecting on the inside of the stewardesses. It's becoming a little bit of a bow wave as they come through.
Yeah, boats with wheels.
This is for
become
third.
Boats with tyres on at the moment.
Lowther and Lindsay swapping third place. Lowther going the long way round. Lindsay trying to cut to the inside, but Alfie Lindsay doesn't have the traction that Scott Lowther does.
I tell you what, they haven't got, you noticed as well, Jake, there's no wetsuits.
Oh! Scott Lowther straight on at the S's. Now, did he make it through? Yes, but he's lost the place.
Well, that's okay. Normally, under Motorsport UK rules and regs as it used to be, that would be an automatic one-lap penalty, but today the officials will take a view. Yeah, I mean, if he'd have kept the place, if he'd just carried on and stayed in front, then they would have deducted a lap, but he's given the place back, that's fine.
Exactly, yeah. So dropping to fourth place, that saved his bacon, but Scott Lowther, you hit the brake pedal and nothing happens. That's a scary moment at that point of the course as well. But Jack Hayes-Roberts, out in front, leading comfortably in front of the 19 of Andy Powell. There is James Wood in fifth position, desperately trying to get some grip out of the car in order to try and salvage something from this treacherous race. There's Morris in seventh place, Josh Morris in front of the 31 of Sam Elliott, who was in third place at one point, so eighth is going to be a disappointing result.
Now, the rooster tails you see coming off the tyres, normally that would be with wet tyres
on.
Oh,
what another great save from Scott Lowther.
Just held on to it. Normally that would be with wet tyres on, but these rooster tails are coming off slick tyres.
That's Elliott on Morris, so Sam Elliott back into seventh place. He makes up another position then, and up into P7. This is fabulous to watch. This is pure karting.
These drivers are basically gliding on water in a lot of these corners. They're just on the top of water, aquaplaning.
Yeah, they've got less grip out there than a drunk blindfolded dad on roller skates at a wedding. Absolutely astonishing how much wheel spin they are having to control as they run through.
Can I say, I never got that onboard camera. Why didn't you send me that footage?
Absolutely. I would have loved to have seen it from on board Morris's machine. But anyway, I'm sure that'll be on YouTube later. This is how treacherous it is. Two wheels on the grass on the exit of Iredale's. But this man doing a great job out front. Jack Hayes-Roberts just dancing with the elements.
Ooh.
Even he's struggling to keep it on the road.
He was lucky to hold on to that there. Could have easily turned that 180, but he's managed to hold on to it. It's a great performance. I'll say so far, Jake. So far, it's a great performance.
The worst thing you want to do is jinx him at this point. Andy Powell in second place, only 3.5 back. Alfie Lindsay now in third place after a few moments for Scott Lowther. Oh, wait a minute. Wood is now showing up in fourth place. Where's Lowther? What's happened to Scott Lowther? He's not come through. Well, he has come through, but he's down in fifth. So he must have had a problem of some kind. There is a very sluggish 88. Is that Lowther? No, sorry, that is the 90 of Foster. The race leader struggling now. I wonder if these engines are starting to flood, because it does occasionally happen. Really struggling for traction now, Jack Hayes-Roberts, the race leader, and he is being caught hand over fist by the 19 of Andy Powell. Here he comes.
Tell you what, Andy Powell, just looking at Andy Powell, the way he's driving, he's like a man possessed, Andy Powell, at the moment. He looks like a guy, if you were going to make a book on who's going to throw it off next, you'd say it's going to be Andy Powell, because he's all over the place. He's just trying to get the power down as early as possible. You can see the problems the drivers are having coming out the slower turns. Oh, there's a spinner in the background, Jake.
Yeah, I can just see it. You're absolutely right.
Going through McRae's. I'm not sure who that was. Couldn't see who it was, but certainly spotted it.
There's Wood now running through in fourth place. There is Lowther in fifth, so he did indeed either lose the place in a pure battle or just run off the circuit or whatever it was, but he's down to fifth position now behind James Wood, who now gets himself back up into P4. And now the leader is going through traffic. Oh, in a straight line, losing it.
Wow.
My goodness, that is 85. That's Statham. So Rob Statham just losing it in a straight line.
It's literally just aquaplaned off the road to the grass. You see him, he's pushing it pushing it back. I was saying before, Jake, they've got no wetsuits on.
No.
They will be they'll weigh twice as much as they normally do when they come in.
Absolutely.
Weight will not be an issue on the scales.
I've never seen anyone aquaplane. Well, the last time I saw anyone aquaplane there in a straight line was back in the Champions of the Future days, 1998. It's been a long time since I've seen anyone there go off in an aquaplane. Last lap, and I think they're all going to be absolutely relieved for that side to come up. But certainly for Andy Powell, he may well be the only person out there thinking, can't you just give us another lap? I'm catching him. I can see I'm catching him. I've got a chance here. I can win this. And you're just going to run me out of laps. I need one more at least. So there is Sam Elliott having caught up to Martin. Martin is tippy-toeing on the inside. Round the outside, Sam Elliott's trying to get him into the last lap. He'll have a look to the inside line. That'll do. Thank you very much. I'll take that. Martin tucks in behind him. Very close.
It's great fun racing. It is fun when you're doing this. Look at that. He's nearly caught himself on the inside
Absolutely.
curve there. So he's had a few bits of drama, but he's still out front.
This isn't racing. This is B-Day racing, isn't it?
Look at the water under the rear tyres there. Incredible.
Absolutely astonishing. It's practically power boats out there now. But Jack Hayes-Roberts is just going to tiptoe his way. Do not mess this up in the final turn, Jack. Just hold it together. Tiptoe, tiptoe. That'll do nicely. Comes through. That's the hardest race you're ever going to win. And he's absolute. Look at that for a celebration.
Love it. I'd score him an extra championship point for that celebration, but Malcolm Fell probably might take a championship point off him.
That is one heck of a celebration, though. You get all the brownie points in the world for that.
It's IKR, you get away with it. Motorsport UK, that would be a penalty for the clerk of the course.
Oh, I'm in awe. That is absolutely sensational. Jack Hayes-Roberts picking up a stunning victory in front of Andy Powell. Alfie Lindsay in third in front of James Wood. Sam Elliott comes home for fifth in the end. He does beat Max Martin home. Josh Morris ahead of Andy Ambrose, John Foster. Scott Lowther out of the race. Rob Statham likewise. But what a performance. A magnanimous performance from Jack Hayes-Roberts. Spin for the win.
Well, the big boys are up next in the Rotax 177 karts. They're all on wet tyres, but you can still expect drama.